manifestation always work. It is a law. What it means is that when you apply the proper technique, it will always work. Everything that you ask will be granted. Whatever you seek, you will find. The problem is that we are the ones that are blocking our manifestation. You see, when you involve yourself with toxic people, when you involve yourself with negative people, they are blocking your manifestation. Because for something to manifest, you need to clear your mind from any negative attitude, from any negative belief. You see, you are what you create. If you believe that you will not be successful, you are not going to be successful. If you believe that you are a failure, you are going to be a failure. If you believe that you are unhappy, you will be unhappy. That is manifestation. But what happens is that we are indirectly manifesting problems in our life. We are indirectly manifesting sickness in our life. Learning the proper techniques of manifestation is taking charge of your life, creating what you want, the exact thing that you want. And for you to create it, you need to empty your mind. Because creation happens in the mind. Creation does not happen outside your body. Every creation happens within you. So you need to empty your mind from hate. You see, when you hate your neighbor, when you hate a friend, even though that person has offended you, even though that person has betrayed you, you can never manifest anything good in your life. Because as long as hate is in your heart, you will always manifest hate. So when I tell people to forgive, it's for you to create an avenue for good things to happen in your life. You see, hate attracts hate, and love attracts love. You can't have hate and love at the same time in your heart. So when you forgive, you are not doing the other person a favor. You are actually doing yourself a favor. But we believe that when we forgive, that we are doing that person a favor. But that is not true. If you want to manifest a good husband, if you want to manifest a good wife, if you want to manifest a promotion at your work, if you want to manifest a booming business, you must learn to forgive. Because as long as you have hate in your heart, you always attract things that are going to be disastrous. So the first step in learning how to manifest is forgiveness. You need to forgive in order to create that environment for good things to happen to you. Without forgiveness, you can never attract anything good in your life. Because you can't have love and hate at the same time in your heart. When you want to manifest a good job, it is love. When you want to manifest a new car, it is love. When you want to manifest a good husband, it is love. When you want to manifest a good wife, it is love. When you want to manifest a good children, it is love. So you can't start manifesting good wife. You can't start manifesting good husband when you want somebody to lose his job. When you want somebody to be sick. It doesn't work that way. That is not how the universe works. The universe is governed by law. When you break the laws of the universe, you are going to face the consequences. There are consequences. The reason why you're not happy, the reason why something bad is always happening to you, it has nothing to do with other people. It has nothing to do with somebody bewitching you. It has nothing to do with somebody ganging up against you. It has everything to do with you because you are the center of creation. Creation cannot happen outside you. Creation cannot happen outside your body. Creation happens within you. But we are indirectly creating the life we don't desire because we are harboring hate in our heart. You see, when you point one finger at somebody, 4 fingers are pointing at you. That is how manifestation works. You can't wish somebody to lose his job and you get promotion at your job. It doesn't work that way. So when you forgive, you empty your heart from hate. It doesn't mean that you are going to become friends with that person. No, that is not what it means. Because you can't go back to those negative people. You can't go back to those toxic people, because these are the people that put you in the situation that you are. Because when you hang out with negative people, when you hang out with toxic people, your life is not going to prosper. Your life is not going to move forward. You will always fail. You will always be unhappy, because these people, I call them destiny destroyers. There is nothing good you can get from them. So the first step before you start learning the techniques, because there is technique in meditation, the first step before you start learning the technique in meditation is to forgive. And when you forgive, you need to detach yourself from those people that put you in that bad situation. So when you have forgiven all your enemies, including yourself, because most often at times we harbor hate in our heart because there is somebody that we have offended and we don't have the opportunity to ask for forgiveness. Maybe the person has passed away, so we are harboring that hate in our heart. So you need to learn to forgive yourself too, because love and hate cannot occupy the same place. It's either you have hate in your heart or you have love in your heart. The reason why you are sick, the reason why misfortunes are coming your way is because of hate. So you need to let go those hates. You need to forgive yourself. You need to forgive those that have also offended you. That is the first step in manifestation. Because manifestation has to do with meditation. You need to quiet your mind so that you can be able to create that reality that you want. So that you can be able to create that life that you desire. So that you can be able to attract that good man that you want. So that you can be able to attract that good woman that you want. Nothing happens by luck. We are constantly creating. But the question is, what are you creating? Are you creating the life you desire? Or are you creating indirectly the life that you don't want? You need to start taking charge of your life. You need to start creating deliberately the life that you want. You need to do it deliberately. And the way you do it is by taking charge of your life, because you are the offering power. It doesn't work the opposite way. It doesn't work the opposite way. You are the offering power. If you want a good life, you need to start creating it today. If you want a good husband, you need to start creating it today. If you want a good wife, you need to start creating it today. Don't worry about understanding the techniques first of meditation, because that is the secondary step. You need to focus on the primary step, because you count 1 before you count 2. You don't jump to 3 without counting 1 and 2. So the first step is forgiveness. You must learn to forgive, because you can't create without forgiveness. Nothing good will come into your life if you don't forgive. And when you forgive, you don't need to go back to those habits that put you in that predicament. And those things that put you in those predicaments are the people that you associate yourself with. These are people that are constantly telling you that nothing good is going to happen in your life. These are the people, when you tell them good stories, or you tell them good thing that happened to you, they will find a way to find fault in it. These are destiny killers. These are the people that put you in this mess. So you need to detach yourself from them. You don't need to hate them. They have betrayed you. They betrayed your trust. They disappointed you. They backstabbed you. You don't need to hate on them. You need to detach yourself from them. If you don't do these two things, there is no way manifestation is going to work. That is why you are always failing in manifestation. Because manifestation is a law. There is no way you apply the basic principle of manifestation that it is not going to work. Because it is a universal law. This life is governed by law. The universe is governed by law. You need to master it. You need to learn it. And you need to apply it. If you apply it wrongly, it is not going to work. You need to apply it correctly for it to work. So before you start thinking about understanding these techniques, you need to do the things that is within your power, because you have the power to forgive. You have the power to detach yourself from people that has offended you. You have the power to detach yourself from negative people. You have the power to detach yourself from toxic people. You know, the reason why we find it difficult for us to detach ourselves from those people is because we have formed what is called emotional attachment to them. Simply because we don't love ourselves. Because we are scared of being lonely. We are scared of being alone. We are scared that when we detach ourselves from those people, we are going to be lonely. Which takes me to the next step. You need to love yourself. Because when you love yourself, you wouldn't want somebody to insult you. When you love yourself, you wouldn't want somebody to dehumanize you. When you love yourself, you wouldn't want somebody to belittle you. The reason why you are accommodating it is not because you're a good person. The reason why you are accommodating it is not because you have a kind heart. The reason why you are accommodating it is because you don't love yourself. Not because you have a good heart. Not because you are kind. It is because you don't love yourself. So you need to start loving yourself. You need to remind yourself that you are intelligent, because you are intelligent. You need to remind yourself that you are beautiful, because you are beautiful. If you don't do these three things, there is no way you are going to be in a hurry to start looking for the secondary aspect of manifestation, which is the techniques, because it will not work. Meditation cannot grant you manifestation because you are doing it wrongly. Because you failed the first step. You failed in forgiveness. You failed in detachment. And you failed in loving yourself. That is why manifestation seems like it's a scam. That is why it is not working for you. So you need to learn the correct process. Life is a process. You must follow the due process. There is no shortcut in manifestation. It sounds easy when you close your eyes and when you visualize having a dream house, having this beautiful romantic relationship that is going to work, and you have tried it several times, it's not working because you are not doing it the right way. When you do it the right way, it will definitely work.